Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Survivor Now podcast, and welcome to Pride in the Tribe. For Pride Month, we will be celebrating it all month long, and we are taking a look back at some of the most iconic Survivor moments, LGBTQ plus Survivor moments, and reflecting with some guests and finding out what Pride means to them. And today, to kick things off, I have got an incredible guest. I am truly honoured. Some call her an icon, some call her a legend, some even call her a mother, and she is a mother. Please welcome from Survivor Vanuatu and Fans vs. Favourites, Amy. Amy, how are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. It's a gorgeous Colorado day. So yeah, and Pride Month is about to start, so I'm pretty excited.
I was going to say, we are almost in Pride Month. We are so excited to go. I do have to ask though, how has life been like since Survivor? How have you been doing? What's been going on in the life of Amy?
Oh God, since Survivor, I've moved to the Caribbean and then I moved to New Zealand. I've been
Yeah,
living in New Zealand for the last 10 years.
yeah.
So yeah, I've been doing a lot of traveling and moving and venturing. I got married and then got separated.
Oh,
Um, but she's
yeah.
beautiful and I love her and she's one of my good friends, so all good. Yeah, I've just been adventuring the world. And I
Love
turned
that.
50. I turned 50. What the actual hell?
Amy, I can speak for everyone when I say you do not look over 50. You don't look a day over 30 to me, which is what I've just
Stop
heard.
it some
So
more, sweetie.
keep going. I was going to say when I was getting everything ready for for our interview, and I was talking, and it said like you'd moved to New Zealand. I thought to myself, is she in New Zealand now? What's going on there? I'd completely forgotten. Um, but obviously, we are talking Pride in the Tribe. So my first question to you, Amy, was what does Pride mean to you?
Oh gosh, I think I kind of have a little bit or a lot of a privilege when it comes to pride because for me, like, there's very rarely a place or a group of people that I don't feel comfortable completely being myself in front of. And I know for a lot of people, just because of the way they look or
Yeah,
the confidence level, whatever it is, that they don't have that same feeling. And for me, it's like being able to bring that to as many people as I possibly can and help them through that because it's so good to be able just to 100% be who I am in public and not have to think about it. And so many people do. And it's scary for people. Like their life is in jeopardy. And that, for me, pride is about being able 100% just to be open with who you are and be accepted and be loved and cherished for
I,
all of
I
you.
yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, as from a Survivor standpoint, you were kind of one of the first openly LGBTQ plus people to be on the show, and you were so unapologetically yourself and so authentic. Obviously, you were Amy the player, and obviously your sexual orientation was just another layer to you. It wasn't just this is me. But being so authentic about it, I really appreciated that about you, and I think that's what's resonated with a lot of fans like towards you. But that's why people call you a mother, call you an icon, just because you were just so unfashionably yourself. So kudos to you for that. When we talk about Survivor, obviously for Pride in the Tribe, we are talking about some of the most iconic LGBTQ plus moments in the show, and you had a couple to be fair, but the first one was the fact that when it came to Vanuatu, all the way back in season nine, yes, you managed to get all the way to the loved one's visit, and yourself and Scout, we can't not think about Scout here as well. You two both had the privilege of being the first people to have same-sex partners come out for the loved one's visit. I know we had a bit of kind of it was so beautiful to see. We did see some things get cut out. But what was that like watching that back? And did you have any reactions from the fans, like positive, negative? Because that was the first time we saw contestants, castaways, have same-sex loved ones come out and that almost be showcased. I don't want to say celebrated too far yet, but it was showcased in a public format.
Well, you know what's really strange? You know how normal it is for me is that I didn't know that we were the first ones to
Yeah.
have same. I didn't know that. How funny. But I did know that our kiss, when Chrissy and I finally got to be close to each other and we fully pashed, that was going to be the first like super passionate same-sex
Yeah.
makeout sesh on CBS. And both her family, who is super religious and super straight laced, and my family, who were pretty straight laced, we all had Thanksgiving together. It was on Thanksgiving Day. And I've told this story before, but it's just such a moment that sticks in my head. And Chrissy and I were waiting, like, are they going to show it? Are they going to show it?
Yeah.
Everybody had talked about, are they going to show it? Are they going to show it? And literally right before the kiss, they cut it. And I was just like, they shit the bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was pretty huge. But I had the people that were around me, it wasn't anything unusual. We were just a little disappointed that they didn't show it. It's like, come on. And
Yeah.
this is a good way to break America in. I mean, this is like it's like baby food, the two of us. It's like it's not going to freak anybody out too much, although
Yeah.
religious folks always have issues with things sometimes. That's not
You
nice.
could
I didn't mean it
say
like
that.
that.
We understood what you meant.
Yes. But no, people were amazing and super supportive, and I just have never realized that we were the first couples to have our partners on, which is
Yeah.
awesome. That's really cool. I didn't know that, so thanks for sharing that with me.
No worries. Yeah, when I was doing coming up with this series, it was one of the first things that stuck out in my mind because I rewatched Vanuatu last year with my partner, who I was getting into Survivor. I was like, you've got to join me in this. And I remember rewatching it, and my partner was like, oh my god, this is so nice. What a breath of fresh air. And I thought to myself, this is the first time that we've seen this. Like, we haven't seen it in like any of the first 8 seasons. So to have like yourself and Chrissy, and then also Scout and her partner just be embraced and just shown in such a normal way was just so nice to see. And it was kind of the one of the first things to get the ball rolling on these things. Because
Yeah. Yeah,
when
I wish they would have showed the kiss. That would have
yeah,
been they would have been light years ahead of everyone else, and it would have been brave and
agreed.
beautiful
Yeah.
but you know, can't have everything. But it was nice that they showed our relationship in such a beautiful light, because I feel like people really felt how much we just loved each other and
Yeah.
how close we were and how important it was to have that support out there. I think they really captured that, so that I'm really thankful for.
I'm glad you can see the silver lining and all that, because I agree. Like, I know that looking back at that, I know some fans, and I've even talked to one of your biggest fans. Shout out Ian. He even said that he would, when I mentioned that I was doing this interview with you, he even said, like, I wish we had seen the kiss because it would have just been so groundbreaking. And I agree. But the silver lining is you did kind of start a ripple effect in Survivor where we saw more people that were so unabashedly open and so authentic to themselves. So I want to give you your credit that you were a massive part of that. You Scout. I mean, there was also so many people. Richard Hatch as well, obviously, the first open winner.
Legend.
Yes. But that wasn't all that happened in Survivor Vanuatu with this particular episode and that moment from you, because you also went on to immunity, where yourself and Chrissy did actually win immunity, and it was the love is blind leading the blind. So
Yes.
what did it mean in that moment to not only win immunity from a gameplay standpoint, but to win with your then partner Chrissy, and to have that moment showcased to the world to show, like, hey, we may be queer, but we're here and we are just as great as everyone else.
Well, I would say we were better at that point. Just saying, just saying. I knew that we would win because Chrissy is one of the most dedicated and determined human beings I've
Hmm.
ever met in my life, and the two of us together. And yeah, I guess that was the only thing that was on our minds, and still really the only thing I thought about was just that we were going to win no matter what.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was good standing proud up there, like, it's my girl. Yeah, it was a really huge moment. But for me, I guess it wasn't so much about representing, but it was just again being 100% authentically just who I am and standing with the person that I love so much. And I didn't even realize that we were like there for people who really needed support, needed encouragement, needed some confidence as well to go out and be themselves. So that was just a bonus part
Yeah.
of Chrissy and I's really badass relationship at the time.
A little cherry on the top,
Yes,
little
exactly.
bit of cream. No, but it is very terrainy. Like I just want to say from obviously I didn't start watching Survivor until about Token Tunes, but when I look back at the seasons and being a bit older now, I can see how impactful that moment can be for
Yeah.
so many closed, closeted individuals who were seeing someone represented being can't speak. Someone being that representation on TV and to be like,
Yeah.
I'm not alone. I'm not in the shadows. Like I can be in the light. So kudos to you for that because anyway, gameplay wise, it was such a great moment. And to see you, I'm obviously in Vanuatu, you were one of the favorites, if not the favorite that season. Um, but to see you win immunity in that way was just so nice to see. And to have
Oh,
that moment with Chrissy, it was just such a beautiful moment for queer and trans people. So
yay.
thank you. Um, is there anything else you want to touch on with those kind of moments in that particular time? Because that was kind of such a pivotal LGBTQ plus moment for Survivor.
Um, no, I just am really thankful that we were given the opportunity to showcase who we were to 20 million people. Like that was a really beautiful opportunity to show love in a way that was so deep and so strong and so like connected and hopefully give some people some courage or
Yeah,
some inspiration to love fiercely. That's it.
I'd love that. I would recommend anyone rewatch Vanuatu. It's a great season. I know for us, we did do a season, myself and a couple of other people. We did a season ranking, and just so you know, Vanuatu and Micronesia are both very high. They're in the top. They're in the top half.
Yes.
I'll let you know details later. But
Yes.
um, my next question for you is there another LGBTQ plus moment from Survivor that kind of sticks into your head? And if so, why? And what did it mean for you?
Um, I think a relationship that really stuck out for me was Colton and Caleb because I adored Colton already, and he and I had talked a few times, and then when he got to play with Caleb, I fell in love with Caleb. And it was the first time like someone's partner captured me more than the I'm not sorry, Colton. I love you. But he just their love was so sweet and gentle and
Mhm.
kind and beautiful and I mean, yeah, everything's got its ups and downs, but
Yes.
their love was really beautiful and I really loved watching them. Um
Yeah.
yeah, I think that would be the one that stuck out the most where they really captured me. I mean, I can't think of a lot of couples that played together that just melted my heart. Like, I don't know. And uh, their story still to this day gets me. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I would say
It's
those. Wait, go ahead.
no. You go. You continue.
No, I just think that their story was one that really captured my heart for sure.
Yeah.
The whole thing just and to be able to go back and watch that and look at your relationship because they played for quite a while together.
Mm.
Yeah, it's special.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, this is why I love this series because that was something that didn't even register in my mind when I was thinking about moments, and I'm thinking, yeah, because you had Colton and Caleb who, on paper, on just looking at them, you don't think they'd work, but then you see their dynamic and you see what Caleb did mean to Colton and just that relationship, and it was so beautiful to see. And because we had seen Colton in One World. We won't go there too much, but to then see this almost softer side in
Yes,
Blood versus Water,
yes,
like we saw the side that only Caleb got to see. We got to see this sweeter side. So
yeah.
thank you for bringing that up. Like
Yeah.
this is why I love this, because it gets me thinking. Um, but right, I do have a more fun question for you. Got a fun one for you. I need you to pick five other castaways to make your Survivor LGBT dream team. Doesn't have to be
Wait.
structured. Whoever you want, five people that you're like, this is my dream LGBT team.
Oh God. I think I would go completely outside of the box,
Do it.
literally.
Do it.
I think I would take Jolanda Jones for sure. She
Nice.
is she's a savage queen. Oh my God.
I love that.
Yeah, I would take her. Who else? Richard Hatch. I would definitely have him. He's my homeboy for life. Um, three more. Wow, you really got me on the spot here. Who would for selfish reasons, except for I've hung out with her and met her, maybe not, but just for this is so bad. Just to make it visually more exciting. Stephanie, I love you. Stephanie LaGrossa can be on my tribe, even though she's so far from being. We would just teach her to love everyone.
She
Oh.
can be the ally. She'll be the ally. That's fine.
No, no, maybe I wouldn't have her. Gosh, so who else would I have? That's a tough one. I need to like look through the castaways and that is see I'm just thinking of the people that I'd want to play with no matter who they are because I'd want to
Do
play with
it.
Leanne. I'd want to play with Leanne again for sure. Um, no, yeah, I would have to look through. I'd have to look through the cast to know because there's like over 500 people now, isn't there?
We have, yeah. And that's excluding like Australia, South Africa,
Oh
Quebec.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I will. What we can do is I can message you again, and I'll be like, have you got those three other
Okay, yes.
names? And
Yeah,
then
no, I'll just put together my dream team and send it over to you, and then you can, yes, because I
I'll
need
put like a
time
little
for that.
photo somewhere. There'll be a little post somewhere being like dream team.
This is my dream
but
team.
but we have got Jalonda and Richard confirmed on there, so we've at least
Yes.
got two names, and there's some iconic names. So I will give you that. I mean, the first one you said Jalonda, and I went, oh my god! I was like, yes. Why would
Yeah,
you not want that?
she's amazing. She's a lot to handle, but if you just try not to handle her, she's great.
Let it be. Let it go. It's great. Um, but right, I do have one last question for you, Amy. First of all, thank you so much. This has been so much fun. But my last question for you is there any final words you have for people when it comes to Pride Month and just how to be, what to do? Just the floor is yours.
Wow, to Pride Month. I think one thing that's really important that's been coming more and more clear for me is like just for me personally, representing the community on the highest level I possibly can. Like I'm very known for being crazy and out there and wild, but I think it's also important to represent a very like just beautiful, solid, grounded, quiet level as well. Like I'm finding more of my peace these days, and with that, having conversations with people that are it's hard to have and just sitting down with them and hearing them out and not hating people because that's where this all stirs up from and it
Yeah.
continues the cycle of like these people that just don't get it, like they just don't get it. And the sad thing is a lot of times it's because they've never found love in their life, like at the level where they can just be free, so seeing someone else doing that is very threatening. So just sitting down with these people and my loved ones, like my family, sitting down with them and just having conversations to help them understand how beautiful and normal and how supporting people like that can actually save lives. Like
Yeah.
it can save lives. And for me, I think pride is a lot about grounding and calming and really, really sitting with with the beauty that we have and the vibrance that we have, and having conversations about that. I think that's what's important for me right now during Pride Month. That's what it means.
Yeah. I mean, that was so beautifully said. Like, that's going to make me reflect and think, and I'm definitely going to go into Pride Month thinking that. Just remember to stay grounded. And even the people that maybe don't know or don't agree, just listening, just hearing people out and slightly leading with love, but in the way that we need to. Amy, thank you so much. This has been an absolute joy. I thank you for being the first guest on this podcast. Just so you know, you are welcome back anytime to talk about Survivor or whatever. The door is fully open. So thank you so much.
Well,
And
thank you for having me. Like, Ollie, I really appreciate that I was even on your list. I feel very special that you chose me, and
of course.
I really appreciate your time. So thank you.
Thank you so much, my love. And thank you, everyone that has watched. We really appreciate it. We have got more Pride Month shenanigans coming up. So keep an eye on those and just happy Pride and enjoy it.